Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Napoleon, and today we're back with another Enlisted video. And this time we're going to be talking about the new Enlisted update, or should I say the Better Than Steel update, or the Stronger Than Steel update. And in today's video, we'll talk about what Enlisted did well and what they definitely need to fix. So that said, let's get started. First thing that we have up is the new stuff. The Pershing is really good, especially for taking out the lower tier tanks, but not so much good against the Tiger 2Hs, which is kind of a bummer because the Americans definitely need something that can stand up to the Tiger 2H. The other stuff really isn't important except for the Japanese stuff, which I will actually cover in a whole different section of a new video. That said, let's talk about the issues that they definitely need to fix. For one, I was hoping for a lot of fixes to the new bugs / the balancing issues, something that they really need to do, especially if the game is about to go on Steam. There are also a lot of other bugs and fixes that they have to make for the game before it goes on Steam, so that's important. And some of the bugs that they really need to fix are the tech tray equipment not being in their specific places. For example, some of the German equipment under Tier 2 are technically under Tier 3, and some of the equipment in Tier 3 are technically supposed to be under Tier 2. So that's going to be an issue. Another bug in the game is not including or being able to land on some of the aircraft carriers, which is also another issue. Overall, what Enlisted really needs to fix to make the game better, and what I really wanted Enlisted to fix in this update, which they didn't apparently, was the balancing. As of right now, the Enlisted balancing is kind of an issue because we have players in queues and we have players in games. It's just that we have a lot of more players on one team and other players on another team, which is kind of a problem because some players are just straight outright opting out to play as the Germans, the Americans, or the Soviets, and other factions they don't want to play. For example, as of right now, the Americans are getting curve stomped, the Germans are really dominating every game, the Japanese are really dominant, and the Soviet Union is also getting curve stomped, so that's going to be a problem. What I suggest Enlisted to do is to help out these factions somehow. Like, I personally suggest that missions to play the Soviet Union 3 times a day or something like that. But bots are, as of right now, are another issue. They are way too OP, and as a matter of fact, they've become more deadlier than the players themselves, which is kind of interesting. You can literally storm into a room and the guy 360 no-scopes you and you instantly die. Literally, that has happened more than multiple times in my games, and essentially, even if you able to take out the bots, the actual players will get you dead, because the actual players have brains, bots don't have brains, but they have 360 no-scope ability. Not to mention the fact that after this update, I think the bots have become much deadlier. So that's that. What Enlisted also needs to do to make it more interesting, specifically for the veteran players, is to get us new maps, because as of right now, these maps that we've been playing over with have just become boring, and there's not as fun as they used to be. And what I think Enlisted really should give us are new maps. Fix some of the bug changes and fix the balancing, because that's what Enlisted really needs to do before it goes on Steam. And new weapons for all factions, just not a specific one like they did in this update. For example, in this update, Enlisted focused on Japan, as they should. The issue was that everyone rushed to play Japan and no one played the United States, which the United States instead got curve stomped. If you play the United States, for example, you will get destroyed, so that's unfortunate. That's why I say that if Enlisted decides to add vehicles, add it for all the factions, instead of, just Japan. So that's that. Of course, I realize they get the Pershing, but once again, the Pershing is really good against taking out almost every other tank except for the Tiger 2H, which is sad because there's a lot of Tiger 2Hs. So that's that. Overall, this entire video is just me talking about what Enlisted should do for the Steam update, or should I say when it goes on Steam. But overall, I really didn't think this update was a lot, except for bringing us the new Japanese weapons, which officially now make Japan OP, which I'll cover in my next video, and the fact that Enlisted has kind of given us a lot more issues than they can fix before they can go on Steam. But that's that. What do you guys think about this update? Comment in the comment section down below, and I'll see you in the next one.